EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the South American country of Argentina and its capital city, Buenos Aires. But tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in prime time, as it'll be the Dragons of Houston taking on the Condors of Buenos Aires. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Okay, great.
Brown the motion man right. A little jet sweep to start the drive. When you look at this defense, this unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. What kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Gardner, I think it's hard to say, because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
It looks like they'll move things around here. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 37. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Houston. How about that? Their quarterback, 42 yards. And the Dragons put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But you look at this defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Cardinal.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. That is caught. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Houston. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dragons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Condors,
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Well, they have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. He goes.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Let's go now. Viking, SC.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Finding strong underneath. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
19 Tigers.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Dragons take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
Condors nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
That's good. 4.
21-0 our score after 1. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
First down pass.
Get it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Here we go. Shot.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Walker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Here we go.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. On the go.
Back to Walker on 1st down. Dodges him at the 50. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second and 1. He completes this to Walker. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown. A.J. Brown, 37 yards. And the Condors are able to cut into that deficit. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guys covering take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football, and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Dragon 60. Go street.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
24-yard gain on the play.
They'll look to throw again. Got a man. It's Brown. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. In motion right is Brown. On 2nd down, a run with Strong. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Marquise Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dragons are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. Down the numbers. There he goes. He may go. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. 91 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Walker. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They run again with Walker. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They'll try and run, Walker. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards puts them right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Let's go.
Brown goes in motion left. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So on 4th down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Let's go now.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Buffalo 18, 70 Timberwolves. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A three-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no three-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
18, right here.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Back to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And Walker has it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one.
Viking 18. Go.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Ready.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
And his kick is right there. It's good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to first and goal. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Again, Walker. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Throw out wide to Walker, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They get this out quickly to the left side. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and the ball will go over on the goal line stand. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. Now he's into the clear again. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 98 yards. And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Condors 10.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The
Ready?
offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on third down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Straight ahead, Walker. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Ready?
2nd and 7.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Ready?
They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Walker. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They give him 12 yards and a 1st down.
Good for Buenos Aires. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. His throw incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Walker. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
That's good for A. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready?
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll give it up to the big man Walker. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 123 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. They'll try for the first with Walker. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Touchdown! A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Condors get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Condors 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Second down here, strong once more. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Come on, set! Hey, smash Bronco!
On 1st and 10, it's Strong. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll go with Strong. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first.